to group. Check 2, 3. Check 2, 3. Well, hello, Kingdom Seekers and Walk by Faith Believers. Diane McGee here, coming at you with week 78 of Toolbox Tuesday. What is Toolbox Tuesday, you ask? Thank you for asking. Toolbox Tuesday presents a different power tool from on high each week to add to our toolboxes for our spiritual wealth, health, advancement, and freedom. This week's tool comes from John 15, verses 14 and 15, where Jesus tells us, "You are my friends if you do what I'm commanding you. I have called you friends because of all the things I heard from my Father, I've made known to you." Wow, a friend of God and his son Jesus. Is there any higher honor or privilege? I think not. You know who else was a friend of God? Abraham. James 2:23 tells us Abraham put faith in God, and it was counted to him as righteousness, and he came to be known as God's friend. Awesome. I want to be known as God's friend. So I asked myself, what did Abraham do to win that name, friend of God? The answer? Abraham exercised faith and observed God's commandments. And in this, we too find the way to being God's friends. Jesus speaks on this when the Pharisees were disputing with him as they claimed to be children of Abraham. Jesus replies, "If you're Abraham's children, do the works of Abraham." Aha! And this is how we, who were not born into the genealogical birthright or line of Abraham, can be children of Abraham, by being children of faith. For Abraham's children do as their father did, which is to walk in faith and observe God's commandments, which is now the covenant of Christ. And we can reasonably conclude that by walking in faith and observing the Lord's commandments, which is the fulfillment of the law, yes, by walking in faith and observing the Lord's commandments, we too are Abraham's children, and we too can be known as God's friends. Pick me. Pick me. Yes. You are my friends if you do what I am commanding you, said Jesus. So my question is this. What did Jesus command us? Please, if you're so inclined, I would love it if you would participate by dropping a command or two that Jesus gave us in the comments below this video. For instance, stop judging, that you might not be judged. I'd love it if you would share more. Thank you so much for joining, taking a few minutes of your time to consider these more important things. May it result in God's will being done, the salvation of all sorts of people, the advancement of the accurate knowledge of truth, to God's praise, honor, and glory. Please join me for the next power tool directed by Spirit and Truth. Until then, may we be walking in faith and keeping the Lord's commandments and proving ourselves to be God's friends. Signing off for now in spiritual fitness with agape and big brotherly love. Lots and lots of philia. Bye now. Don't forget to comment below. Command of Jesus. Bye.